Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Chaos Cup. We are in week number 9, the final week of regulation play. And tonight, we are going to find out which team in Division B is going to make the cut to the quarterfinals and which team's going to pack it up and go home. Tonight, we're going to have the Gunner Gitz versus the Discomancers, Cobblestorm versus Ian, Goblins versus Necro. Are we going to see a stunty team in the top 8? We're going to find out over the next hour to an hour and a half. Cobblestorm, Mr. Rocker Cracker, Boot Polish, welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone to the stream. Let's take a look at the standings real quick before we take a look at the two teams up tonight. In Division A, look at how competitive this competition has been. Those top 5 teams in Division A all in the competition still, and only one of them has all but made the cut, and that is the Fishy Fiends, coached by Ajax. They're a Renegades team. They are 5-1-2. They are listed as in first place. There's a bug. That's on me. I'm in the middle of fixing it. But actually, the Believe Broncos are in first place. They defeated the Fishy Fiends. But the Fishy Fiends have all but guaranteed their spot in the semifinals. But BB Nut, JD Whitey, Galeshi, and El Nubarino all still duking it out to try to make the cut here. The Believe Broncos, they're a Nurgle team. They're 5-1-1 with 16 points. The Blitzburg Steelers, JD Whitey's team, a Skaven team, 4-3-0. They have 15 points. Galeshi's the Birds of a Feather, an Elven Union team. They're 4-2-1 with 14 points. And of course, the 5th place team, El Nubarino's the Gutterballs. They're an Orc team, 4-2-1. They have 13 points. BB Nut can end the competition with 16 points or 19 points. JD Whitey can go as high as 18 points. Galeshi, 17. El Nubarino, 16. How does BB Nut lose this one? If BB Nut loses their game and JD Whitey wins and El Nubarino wins, then there's a 3-way cyclical tie for 16 points. If you're unfamiliar with how our competition works, the way you're ranked in the standings is first by league points. That's the points value you see there on your screen. 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw. If it's tied, then it's who beat whom. If you're tied in points and you defeated everyone else you're tied with, then you break the tie. That's why BB Nut should be ranked first. They defeated the Fishy Fiends earlier in the competition. Beyond that, it's your TD differential. It's how many touchdowns you've scored minus how many touchdowns you've given up. That's that F-A value you see there. So the Fishy Fiends have a +10. And then the final tiebreaker is how many touchdowns you've scored. The Fishy Fiends have scored 15. So if BB Nut loses, JD Whitey wins, and El Nubarino wins, there's a 3-way cyclical tie for 16 points. That means El Nubarino defeated BB Nut already. BB Nut defeated Ajax, and Ajax defeated El Nubarino. So then the tiebreaker would go to TD differential. El Nubarino would win on TD differential because they're currently at a 5+. Remember, this situation requires BB Nut to lose. If BB Nut loses, their TD diff goes down to a 5+. The Gutterballs go up to at least a 6+. They win that. So, what a great... Yeah, JD says, I see you're looking at the silliness of our division. It is wild how competitive Division A still is. JD Whitey makes the cut unless they lose. Galeshi makes the cut unless they lose. El Nubarino makes the cut unless they lose or JD Whitey draws. Division A, still very hot as we're in the final week of regulation. But tonight, we're going to have a game in Division B. Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire, currently in first place. They're a Lizard team. They are 4-2-1. They have made the cut. Spire will advance to the top 8. It all comes down to the number 2 team and the number 3 team. Chimes Conspicuous Disunion ends regulation at 2-6-0. They are at 12 points in second place. The Goner Gitz are up tonight against the Discomancers. If the Goner Gitz win their game, they will advance to the quarterfinals. It all comes down to this game in Division B. If not, Conspicuous Disunion has all but advanced. They have a +4 TD diff. That's going to be really hard for any of these 9-point teams to beat. So this is the game that decides Division B. And in Division C, in first place is Moves NC Snakes. They're a Dark Elf team with a fantastic record of 6-2-0. 20 points means they make the cut as well. They'll be advancing to the semifinals. The Dinner Bell Darlings are duking it out with the third place team here in Division C as well. The Dinner Bell Darlings, coached by Doug the Minotaur, they're a Dwarven team. They're 5-0-2. And Odin and Snuffle in third place. That's Clyphus' Norse team, 4-2-1. 15 and 14 points respectively. They are playing each other this week. Doug the Minotaur is eliminated if they lose. Clypheus otherwise is eliminated if they lose or draw. That's what it comes down to in Division C. Boy, oh boy, this has been a great competition so far. Moob asks, question about the playoff seeding. If someone from Division A qualifies as a wild card with 16 points, are they seeded higher than if someone from Division B finishes second place with 14 points? Yeah, so you take the top 8 and you just basically you rank them as if they were in their own division. Wherever they rank, that's how the seeding scores. Again, it's by points, and then who beat whom, and then TD diff, and then TD. So you just rank them all by that same mechanism, and that's how they get seeded. The home team tonight are going to be the Gunner Gitz, coached by Cobblestorm. They're coming in with 14 players on the roster and a TV of 935,000 gold. This is a Gobbo team. They have a bunch of secret weapons. They have a Looney, they have a Fanatic, and then, of course, they have the Hooligan, a bunch of linemen, and 2 trained trolls, 6 dedicated fans, 2 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Necro team here, the Discomancers, coached by Ian. 12 players on the roster. They're unfortunately have lost one of their race. That's one of their blitzers. Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo will not be participating tonight. 11 players are going to start. 1,235,000 gold in petty cash. That's 300,000 gold that the Goblin team will pick up tonight. 2 Flesh Golems, 2 Gold Runners, 2 Werewolves, just the 1 Wraith, and a bunch of Zombos. 1 cheerleader, 3 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. How are these 2 teams going to play tonight? I think the Goblin team has are going to determine the momentum, right? This is a team that on defense has a little bit of trouble, I think. They're very weak. They're very fragile. They do have this Fanatic that's very, very strong. This is a great piece to kind of control the pitch, but if your opponent can get the knockdown on the Fanatic is coming off. So you have to be careful about that. I think that means you have to really be mindful of where that Fanatic's going to be set up, and there has to be somebody who can assist somewhere just to ensure you don't lose that Fanatic. But that can be tough to do unless the Fanatic moves first, because as we all know, the Fanatic moves in a pseudo-random direction each turn. But on offense, this Goblin team has a little bit more potential, right? They have the 2 trolls. They can throw any one of these goblins. They have the Hooligan who can foul both on offense and on defense. They have the Fanatic. They have the Looney. They're going to pick up a number of star players. They can pick up with 300,000 gold. They can pick up Cindy and a helmet, plus a couple of bribes. They could pick up Cindy and a wizard and a couple of bribes. We'll see how Cobblestorm decides to spend that money. It's going to be very important to how this game shapes up. But on offense, they really want to spread pretty wide, I think. They can't play the bashy game, so they don't want to really be grouped up. If they're always going to pick up Ripper, why not? Why not? Ripper's a great piece. So Ripper and a bribe. There he is. Gets that very important strength on this roster. So 3 trolls on the roster for the Goner Gitz. Hey, Festoon, Electrics Man, Eridus, welcome everybody to the stream. Discomancers choose to receive to start with here, so they're going to be on offense to start. That means the Gobbos are going to be on defense. Again, I think the Goblins probably prefer to be on offense here, especially with the secret weapons. We'll see if they field them here in this first drive or not. Because when they're on offense, they control the ball. That means they control the pacing of the drive. But they do need to be careful about being a little too grouped up. They don't want to get into a bashing game because with AV 8+ and a strength of 2, they're not going to win that game. They do need to focus down on these wolves and the ghouls. That's really the focus for these goblins. And then for Ian, these werewolves and the ghouls are also the focus for him. So Ian has these werewolves with a MA8 claw, not really going to be in effect unless he can get the claws on the trolls. I don't see that happening too much here in this matchup. That's where his speed is, but he also has Frenzy and Block, right? Frenzy and Block on number 5 And on the number 6 wolf just has Frenzy. That's great to get those dice to try to get those knockdowns on anyone on this roster, because knockdowns, you're rolling an 8+. That's not bad. You'll start to remove goblins pretty quickly when you're chucking that many dice. Has a number of other players with the block skill again. Of course, losing that Wraith does hurt. That's one less player with the block skill that you can leverage each and every turn to try to start removing these goblins. Beyond removing goblins from the pitch, the secret weapons are something you really have to pay attention to. The loony here, of course, the chainsaw player, gonna get Rooznabble. Gonna get Rooznabble. I don't know what that means. But the chainsaw here doesn't have to take a block. Instead of taking a block, you can just use the chainsaw. It's a straight armor break with a +3, but that works against the chainsaw player as well. Here, oh boy, it's a fouling frenzy. Everybody who causes an injury on a foul gets 2 SPP. Normally you get none, and that's music to the ears of this goblin team, I think. Turn 1 now for the Discomancers. Oh, you're right, they didn't get it. The Discomancers got it. JD Whitey rooting for the defense here. Wants this goblin team to succeed. If they do, they make the quarterfinals here in the first competition of the season. 2-die blitz to get things started over on the left side. Gets a dodge push on gonna get RSPECT. That's the blitz spent. Lots of strength on the line. You can see the 2 trained trolls have a strength of 5, but Ripper, the star player, wearing 15 for the goblin team. Strength of 6. Has Mighty Blow, has Grab as well. So when he takes that block, he can just pick you up and put you somewhere else adjacent to him. Ball pickup right out of the gate here for the Discomancers. Lafreak with the ball. Lafreak is the blodger on this team, has sure hands and sidestep as well. Block, dodge, and sidestep, fantastic combination. Not a lot of tackle on the opposing roster to negate that dodge skill. Only on Gonna Get Healthy here is the tackle skill in effect. Decided to pick up Ripper. That was 240,000 gold of the 300,000 that Cobblestorm picked up in the inducement phase. It meant they only picked up the single bribe. The 2 wolves trampling down pitch in either wide zone. Discomancers have to be very, very cognizant. Does he not have... Oh, there he is. I was like, where'd the Fanatic go? So not fielding the Fanatic in this drive. The Fanatic and the Chains and the Loony are secret weapons, so they'll only be out on the pitch for a single drive, unless Cobblestorm can successfully argue the call with the ref, or spends a bribe to keep this player on the pitch. It's by no means a guarantee. Bribes fail on a 1. Arguing the call fails on anything but a 6. Turn 1 now for the Gunner Gitz. Chainsaw player can put a lot of hurt in, as can Ripper Boldrot. Ripper can start, well, no pun intended, but ripping apart your formation with that grab skill. Strength of 6 is huge. And then Ripper's once per game ability is he's the thinking man's troll. As he gets a reroll. The thinking man's troll. That's a very good point. Yeah, the rostered trolls here are really stupid, but Ripper Bolgrot, he's the thinking man's troll. Knockdown on the wolves. So throwing those wolves out there to get hit there, it's a scary proposition, I think. These wolves are so important to this Necro team. Blitz taken against Pup Funkadelic over in the right wide zone, but no armor break. Action order critical for this Goblin team as well. They need to be making sure that they're taking their action order in the quote-unquote correct order, where they're taking their least risky actions first, the more risky actions later. And that's simply because there's some randomness involved in the team's strategy, right? You have that chainsaw player that has to roll a d6 on every chainsaw action. You have the the fanatic that's just kind of going wherever he wants to go each turn. Here's the foul with the hooligan. This is a dirty player. Yeah, that's a great foul. Didn't get anything out of it. Dirty player gives him +1 on the fouls. Had 3 assists on that foul. So that was a 4+. A 5+ would have broken armor, but ended up rolling a 4. Two-die block on the line. Now finishing up the turn with the blocks on the line. Again, I think this is pretty good action order here by Cobblestorm. Two-die block against the number 12 rookie lineman. He's the center for the offense. He's gonna get knocked down. That's it. That's the not the drive. That's the turn. Turn 2 now for the Discomancers. Not to mention that the action order is important for this Goblin team, just because the team rerolls are a little low here with just the 2. So having good action order means you can hold on to them for longer and use them when you really need them. Did the ref go home? It's a new ref today. The other ref is off for a week. He's vacationing. Double skulls on the blitz on the left-hand side of the pitch. A reroll is going to be spent, and it's going to be a push against Gunner Get R-E. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no S. There's no E. R-S-P-E-C-T. There's the syllable. Missing UC. Very, very strong line for the Discomancers. And Ripper also helps to keep the trained trolls focused and get through the really stupid rolls by being adjacent to Ripper here, or to any friendly piece. The really stupid rolls a 2+ rather than a 4+. Discomancers are really going to have to figure out what the calculus is with keeping these trolls tied up versus letting them go and not taking those mighty blow blocks. It looks like the Discomancers are going to commit to the left wide zone. 2 rushes to get to the opposing 10-yard line. They hand off to number 6. Spent the reroll. I think it's going to score right here. Right here to try to get these secret weapons off the pitch. 1-0. The Discomancers with the 2-turn touchdown. Very quick TD to try to burn through these bribes, try to get this this loony off the try to get the loony off the pitch. We'll see if it works out. That's right. So the Gunner gets down a touchdown. They have to win if they want to make the cut. That's right, the forever dance. It goes on forever. I could click through, but I refuse. So we'll see what happens here on the send-off. Oh! So the early score... The early score by the Necromancers, or the Discomancers, excuse me. And Cobblestorm says, "Look, ref, I only got 1 turn out of it. How could that possibly be a foul? I didn't do anything." And the ref said, "You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right." So successfully argues the call. The Looney's going to stay on the pitch here in the second drive. 3 on the line for the Discomancers. Janet Zev, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Setting up in a box formation for the defense. 4 on the line now on the offense with Ripper, that left tackle. Well, let's call him a left, the tight end now. With got to get smart, the center. That's that fanatical strength of 7. Remember, he's going to choose an orthogonal direction to move. Gets to do that up to 3 times. And then in whichever, all 6 on the blitz. Whichever direction he chooses, he'll randomly move into one of those 3 spaces. Deep kick here by the Discomancers, but they rolled a 3 on the D3, so they get 6 open players to activate on this blitz. That's all but one of their players. What am I missing for the Discomancers? Oh, that's what I'm missing. This guy. He's just all the way back by the end zone. Oh, boy, so the Discomancers applying the early pressure here with Saturday Night Retriever. But remember, the offense is going to get to go first. So if this werewolf is not protected, I imagine we're going to see a blitz on the wolf. Such an important piece for the Necro team. Mr. Rocker Crocker demanding death. We've had a lot of it this week. We'll see if there's some more. Pup Funkadelic is going to come up behind the werewolf and try to protect it from the rear. Two-die block over in the left wide zone. This is going to work out due to the block skill. Electric slide on the block. No armor break. 2 more activations on the blitz. Takes a mark on Ripper. Disco Stud gets in, parks right behind Ripper Bolgrot. Taking a mark on that Looney as well. Remember, if you get a block on the Looney, that +3 is going to affect the Looney as well. Whenever that Looney gets knocked down, it's a +3 to the Looney. +3 to anybody the Looney knocks down, +3 when the Looney gets knocked down. Turn 2 now for the Gunner Gitz. Their first turn on offense. 3-die block by the Fanatic. 3 turns. 3 back-to-back actions here. Gets a stun on the first one. This can really mess up a formation or bowl through a line. There's the second one. He'll move back to the line here on the third one. 3-die block. Got it, but only gets a push out of it. Minute 20 on the clock here in turn number 2. Gunner Gitz with 2 very fast pieces bearing down on the ball. Gunner Gitz with a great record here in week number 9. 3-2-2. Currently in 3rd place. They've scored twice as many touchdowns as they've given up. 3-die block with the troll. This is another thing you have to do with these trolls, I think, as a Goblin coach. Try to get those 3-die blocks. You have strength 5. Try to get those 3-die blocks as often as you can. That's going to help ensure you get the knockdowns. And with Mighty Blow, you get a +1 to their armor or their injury roll. Try to get those removals. Ripper already has a 2-die against Disco Stud. Blitz by the troll on the right side. Oh, has to spend a reroll. Boy, worked out. So that's a loner +3 rather than a +4 on the trolls. Needed that reroll to work out, and it did. Spent the team reroll, got through the 3+ on the loner roll, but only rolled into a push. So now, eats his greens, the number 1 trained troll, marking both of the wolves over on the right side of the pitch. Oh, boys. so tried to block the Wraith, the one remaining Wraith on the roster here. Failed the foul appearance roll. That's a D6 you have to make against these Wraiths. If you roll a 1, you refuse to block or blitz them. Spent the final reroll to ensure they got the knockdown there. It's 3+ to break armor. They did it and knocked out the Wraith. They don't have to worry about that blitzer on the roster. Now turn 3 for the Discomancers. But the Gunner Gitz with no rerolls remaining for the half. He was like, oh, I don't want to touch you. Oh, wait, I have a chainsaw. I don't have to touch you. 4+ to a 3+. There's the pickup by the Wolf. 1 rush will do it. 2-0. The Discomancers once again scoring very quickly. 1 turn on defense. Wow. And just like that, the Goddard Gitz are down by 2 touchdowns. And they're going to have to roll for the secret weapons yet again, this time with the Fanatic as well. Yes, you deserve to cheer. Let's go. Wow. Werewolves stayed on their feet after the blitz. Couple of dodges. Did you hear the chainsaw? She's just cheering. In the distance, you just hear a chainsaw revving. All right, still very early in this game. So failed to argue the call. Boy, oh boy. So was the blitz not, or was the bribe not spent on any of them? So didn't spend the bribe, lost both secret weapons. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh no. Another 6-player blitz for the Discomancers. Holy moly, they've lost both secret weapons. I don't know why the bribe wasn't spent. But I guess they want to save that for the hooligan, perhaps. Two-die blitz on the left side here against Gonna Get Off My Bud. Gets a push here with the electric slide, who came right back onto the pitch after the KO. Ball's going to get kicked shallow here to the 8-yard line. Tough break so far for the Goner Gitz. They have to win this game to make the cut. A draw will not cut it. No, pun intended. If there's any silver lining, it's still early in the game, but now they've lost their Looney. They lost their Fanatic. Failed dodge on the left side of the Freak. It's going to result in a turnover here. But stays on the pitch. That's the sidestepping Blodger, the number 3 goal runner. 3-die block by the train troll on the left side of the line. Gets a push out of this against Maurice Gibb. Three-die blitz by Ripper Bolgrot. Only gets a push out of this, however, on the electric slide. Oh, that's right. That's right. He's got the Thinking Man's Troll ability. Spent it, but still only got a push. So now the star player ability, the once per game ability used by Ripper Bolgrot, won't be able to use that for the rest of the game. It's Ripper's once per game. I'm pretty sure it's once per game. It's once per half. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So Ripper will get that ability back at the end of the half. Foul with the hooligan. Trying to get this ghoul. Oh, well done. Trying to get the ghoul off the pitch. Going after those positionals, the wolves, the ghouls, the wraiths. I think that's the right decision. Just hasn't had the dice for it so far. But this time it worked out. Got the removal with the hooligan. Remember, the hooligan is a dirty player with a +1 to a foul. It's like having a free assist. Stun on the line here on the block by Andy Gibb. Or I'm sorry, by Gotta Get a Win. Gunner gets on the bonus clock now. The ball failed to pick up with Gonna Get Good, and it's going to end up on the 12-yard line. Turn 4 now for the Discomancers. Spire demanding death. I think Cobblestorm's probably demanding a little death at this point too. Mr. Rock, I just saw Mr. Rocker Crocker's message. I can't believe Cyanide is perpetuating these unrealistic beauty standards in the cheerleaders. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Where is she? Look at it. Look at that. Two-die blitz over on the right, in the right wide zone here. Gets a push by Pup Funkadelic. Pushes into a one-die follow-up, and this will work out due to the block skill. 8+ breaks armor. Got the armor break. Got the removal. Well done by the Discomancers. I think they're down to 9, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a one-man player advantage for the Ghana Gitz. Unless I didn't count the Wraith. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. One-man player advantage. .15 seconds left on the clock for the Discomancers. Two very fast scores. They're up 2-0, and it's still the first quarter. Continue to apply pressures with the werewolves. I said the werewolves need to be kept safe. Ian said, watch me use their speed against these goblins. Yeah, I think you might be right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 9. It's 9. 2, 5, 7, 10. It's definitely 9. When I said definitely, I mean not 9. 2, 5, 7, 10. Gotta getting some protection on the ball. Ripper Bolgrot moving back to cover the ball here. Probably gonna get healthy. He's gonna try to pick this ball up. We'll see. Might try to dodge away just to get some forward movement, but I don't see anywhere where this ball could be safe moving forward. Cease. Welcome to the stream. Asks, how's it 2-0 4 turns in? It was quite a first quarter. Oh, that's right. That's right. He has a buried kid all the way back by the end. He's up 2-0, and he's been playing a man down the whole time. Good recovery by Gonna Get Off My Butt, the rookie lineman. Get some protection with the hooligan as well. He's a very deep safety. That's true. With enough blitz events, it's like 5 turns. There's been 2 full blitzes back to back. Good 3+ dodge. to cover the back left corner of this cage. This isn't really the position that these goblins want to be in, but I don't know if they really have a choice. Gets a free reroll here on the dodge, but fails the reroll and gets stunned. That'll be a turnover. Second quarter begins. The Discomancers to start. They are in the lead 2-0. Remember, the Gunner Gitz have to win. That's it. If they do not win, they are eliminated. A draw will not be enough. A blitz to start the turn for the Discomancers. 2-die blitz. This is going to be a knockdown thanks to the block skill. No armor break. Now a mark taken on the ball carrier by the number 5 Werewolf. Heavy pressure by this Necro team. 2-die block on the right side here. Saturday Night Retriever gets the POW. 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. Gets a stun. .35 left on the clock. The Discomancers continuing to keep up the pressure. So many resources lost in so little time for this Goblin team. And Goblins are a team that really rely on their resources. They still have their bribe. The bribe wasn't spent on the secret weapons, so they still have that remaining. No more rerolls left for the half. They have lost their secret weapons as well. Turn 5 now for the Gitz. Two very good coaches. Ian, also familiar with stunty teams, took a halfling team to the Blood Bowl, I think in season 3. So is very familiar with playing stunty teams as well. Cobblestorm taking a moment here to really figure out where this ball needs to end up, and then working backwards through that decision and figuring out what the right action order is to make that happen. Failed dodge by the ball carrier. Oh no! Oh my goodness gracious! Say it ain't so! It could very well be a 3-0 ball game. Oh, failed the dodge at the ball carrier. That's a stunned ball carrier as well. The Wolf in scoring position. So not gonna, works out with the block skill, but not gonna score on this turn. Tried to remove the hooligan, didn't work out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can he do it with the Ghoul Runner? He's one space away with the Ghoul Runner. So is going to go with the pickup with the Blitzer and just move a couple of spaces down pitch. Fair enough. Says, so Cobble, who needs a win, is 2-0 down and has lost the secret weapons. It's going well for him, it seems. Yeah, it's been a rough few turns. You know, we often talk about how, you know, with like new coaches, there's sort of this function that coaches follow as they learn the game, right? In the very beginning, they're like, oh, it's a dice game, it's random, I lost due to randomness. And that's absolutely not true. And then they start to learn how probabilities work. They start to learn about action order. They start to learn about tactics and strategy. Well, it is a good removal, but not for Cobblestorm. And then they start to play the game of luck mitigation, right? And then after they've learned that, every so often, you do get diced. Not saying that's necessarily happened here. Ian's played a great game. He's played a great game, but 2 blitzes back-to-back with all 6 players was super rough, especially against this, and so quickly. Like, Ian, I think, really understood the advantage of scoring quickly against this Goblin team with those secret weapons. Scored in 2 turns on offense to start with. Cobblestorm successfully argued the call with the Looney, had the Looney and the Fanatic on the pitch for the second drive, but the Discomancers with that big-time blitz risked their Wolves, and it was a calculated risk. The Wolves stayed on their feet, a couple of dodges, got the ball in their hands, and they scored again in 1 turn on defense, and now the secret weapons are gone. Ian was very, very well understood how important those secret weapons were to this Goblin team. Turn 6 now for the Gunner Gitz. They've lost the ball again. And then you learn about Nuffle. 2-9 block against Stan Alive. I'm sorry, I've been pronouncing his name wrong this whole time. His name is actually Stan Alive. Oh no, oh no. Camera, please. Here we go. 2-9 block back at the line here. The number 10 Troll trying to take out a rookie lineman. 8+ breaks armor. Got the armor break, got the removal. We'll see if that sticks for the second half. Or maybe the 4th drive of the first half. 2-9 block by number 11. It's a knockdown here, no armor break. Thinks which Cobble has lost. There's the score. Just wasn't even going to try. Oh boy. 3-0. Oh, who wants a 4th drive in the first half? I just want to see the cheerleader again. Hey! Oh, man. Whoo! Hey, hey, hey! This is why they're up. She's doing all the work. She's keeping their... It's the shuffle. Keeping their spirits up. Oh, of course the KO doesn't come back. Why would the KO come back? This is... Hey! He finally gets the player off the end zone. Could this be another blitz? Who can say? 9 on the defensive team. 7. What is happening right now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So a 2-man player advantage for the Gunner Gitz. Says, I've spent more time watching an animated scarecrow dance on a Friday night than I'm proud to admit. Anybody who's not is missing out. Here's the kick after setting up this very wide formation here. The whole point of this big box is to recover this ball and get it up to number 8. So maximizing the amount of pitch he's controlling right from the start here so he can get this ball moving into the hands of number 8 by turn 8 in order to throw the teammate. All these goblins have the right stuff. That means these 3 trolls, including Ripper. Oh. That was Cobblestorm in the picture-in-picture. I feel that. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Nuffle, why? Why have you forsaken me? Oh, triple skulls to start the turn for the Gitz. Turn 8 for the Discomancers. Oh man. That's right, that was the most emotive helmet head shake ever. That picture-in-picture, I felt it right in my core. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Maybe the second half will be better. Maybe the Goblins will score 4 touchdowns. Who can say? He unfriended Nuffle. Oh, man. Oh, Cobblestorm. I totally understand. Cobblestorm says I'm too tilted to even realize that it was 2-turn drive left. Yeah, I get it. Oh, like I said, I felt the head shake right in my heart. I knew that feeling. Oh. So the Discomancers. I hate to say it, but the Discomancers. The Discomancers can't. They've been eliminated. They can't make the cut. But they could conceivably jump from 8th to 3rd here. Knocking the Gitz down to 4th. Oh. Turn 8 for the Goddard Gitz. Let's see if they can get this ball into the end. I was going to say into the end zone. That's not the right sport. That is the right sport. Into the end zone here. They are 3-0. Cobblestorm taking a moment here to try to figure out what's the best way to maximize this turn. Here we go. Yeah, I know. I'm so I really don't mean it personally. I hope I do want to emphasize I understand I understand the frustration. We've all been there. I get it. Please don't misconstrue my laughter as laughing at you for losing. That's not it. Again, Cobblestorm is a fantastic coach, currently in 3rd place in Division B. Has lost just 2 games so far this season. But I mean, Blood Bowl's a really funny game. It's a lot of, it's very funny sometimes. Hooligan on the dodge here, works out, going for the foul, but oh. That's gonna be the end of the half. Trying to foul, and the Hooligan is out of the game. He just ran a little too. Of course, both KOs come back for the Discomancers. Why wouldn't they? Just ran a little too far, failed the rush. And now the Hooligan off the pitch as well, quickly losing their positionals. If there's any saving grace at all to this, it's that LaFreak is going to remain off the pitch here as LaFreak's been injured. So down to 1 ghoul, right? Yeah, 1 rookie ghoul and 2 werewolves. There it is. Thank you very much for the bits. So 10 for the defense. I think it's 10 for the offense as well. 10v10 on the pitch. Second half begins. The Gunner gets down 0-3 right now. They're back up to their 2 rerolls. Got their rerolls replenished. They do have a bribe still. Unfortunately, lost their hooligan trying to foul. Who was he trying to foul? One of the big guys, I think. One of the flesh golems. Failed the rush, unfortunately. I think that was a great call, but boy, the dice have not been cooperating. At least it wasn't a blitz. Turn 9 now for the Goner Gitz. Ashes Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Raiders. Thanks for hanging out. Well, thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. 3-die block here gets the pal by Ripper Bolgrot. Gets the knockdown, no armor break. Gonna get Fanzy. Shifts to the left for the 3-die with the number 10 Troll. Gets a pal here as well. 8+ breaks armor, but doesn't get it. Finally, the 3-die block with number 11 gets a push out of this. Doing a great job of ensuring those 3-die blocks on the Trolls. Three plus ball pickup's going to fail here. It's not going to spend the reroll. Where are the Wolves? I don't think he's going to spend the reroll. He's probably looking for the Wolves just like I am. Where's that other wolf? There he is. He's over here. He is going to spend the reroll. Said it wasn't worth the risk. I didn't want to be under pressure. I'm going to get this ball forward. I'm going to cage up. I'm going to keep this ball protected. I need to get on the board. So advances the ball up to his own 8-yard line. Now sets up the pocket and finishes that, or follows that with a blitz. Number 8, rookie lineman gets a push and then repositions to the front of the cage. Turn 9 now for the Discomancers. Oh boy, Nuffle has not been kind, but we've seen, I mean, Nuffle is fickle. We've seen Nuffle change his mind in plenty of games. If the Goner Gitz do not win tonight, then Conspicuous Disunion will have all but guaranteed their spot in the quarterfinals. They have 12 points. Few teams on the in Division B can pick up 12 points as well, but they're not going to be able to pick up the +4 TD differential. I mean, unless they play a game like this that they'll need in order to dethrone Conspicuous Disunion from second place there. The top 2 teams of each of the 3 divisions make the cut to the quarterfinals, as well as the 2 best teams besides them. So Division A has set that minimum bar. If you don't finish in first or second, has set that minimum bar to 16 points, which means Division B and Division C will each only have 2 representatives. Division A likely to have 4. Guaranteed to have 4. Turn 10 now for the Goner Gitz. Oh, it's Friday. Hooray. I mean, there's always work to do, but I try not to work on the weekends. 2-die block here against number 11. Gets a knockdown. Yeah, Division A was very strong. There was a lot of great teams. Even teams that didn't make the cut did very well. I mean, this was such a competitive competition. I genuinely can't think back to a game where I haven't thought that team scares me, or at the pace this coach is going, I see a time in the future where they scare me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh man, this. I see the headlights down the road. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Two-die blitz against the number 12 lineman on the right side here. The right defensive end gets the knockdown, but no armor break. Yes, so Moop says, if BB Nut beats Galeshi and Eric beats El Barino, the third place in Division A will be 15 points, and the fourth place by 14 points. And my math can certainly be off, because Division A was very complicated, but I still think that 15 points in Division A, that's enough of a TD differential to eliminate the other 15-point guy. Was that a thrown teammate that I just missed with my jibber jabber? Let's see if I can catch it with the replay. Because if so, that was awesome. Nope, I missed it. But it had to have been. It had to have been a thrown teammate. And you know what? Cobblestorm knows exactly what he needs to do. I don't know if Cobblestorm's a he or she, but Cobblestorm knows exactly what they need to do in order to start scoring touchdowns. They need to do it fast. They need to do it now. That's exactly what they did. Great score here by the Gunner Gitz. I see. So 10v9 on the pitch, one-man player advantage for the Discomancers. They're going to be on offense here to start this second drive of the second half here. Very, very fast turns. And I think we're just going to see that ramp. Well, I don't know if we'll see it ramp up, but the Discomancers really want to hold on to this ball and not get overly risky. They have a very comfortable lead right now, but the Goblins do need to get risky. So we might start seeing some Goblins used as artillery shells at this Necro team, so these Goblins can recover and score again quickly. Yeah, if Doug wins, he's definitely in. He'll be, I think, second. High kick here for the Discomancers. They have all three rerolls. They'll probably put Pup Funkadelic under the ball. It's a 4+ to catch. Failed to catch, but that's all right. They'll get another turn, or another attempt at it here on turn 10. Blitz to start the turn. Two-die blitz. Gets a pow. Show me some R-E-S-P-E-C. Oh! Very, very aggressive play here by the Discomancers, and it's been working out wonderfully for them so far. Now they're setting up some protection on the ball before the pickup. Does that mean the ball's going to stay where it is? Good 3+ pickup. Conspicuous disunion in second place. That's Chime's team. Chime came in second place, I believe, in the Chaos Cup last season. This is a chance to run it back and try to claim the championship this season. But not if Cobblestorm has anything to say about it. 6 turns left in the ball game. Two-die blitz by Ripper Bolgrot gets a push. Will not follow up. Wants to reposition Ripper. Repositions Ripper on the Wraith, trying to keep that Wraith from being a problem at all for this team. Playing aggressively. He has to. He has to get this ball back. 3-die block against Andy Gibb. Over on the left side of the line. Gets a push out of this. Needs to pray it enough. Oh, needs to pray it enough that this doesn't happen. Gets a stun on the trade, but that'll be a turnover. Turn 11 back to the Discomancers. Connor Gitz with no rerolls left for the game. Down by but down by 2 touchdowns. Scored very, very quickly here. That's exactly what they needed to do. Cobblestorm was able to pull it off. Now trying to get this ball back once more. They're up against a very fast team comparatively. So they'll probably only get 1 shot at this. One minute, 10 seconds remaining. Good 3+ dodge. Trying to cover the ball carrier on the right side. I believe I can look in the, you know what, I'm going to look in the database. I think the highest scoring game we've had is 5 touchdowns, but I'm going to check. Move you over to this screen. All right, let's check. Turn 12. Sorry, I'm in my database editor. Oh boy, fails the really stupid roll here with 10, or with the number 10 train troll here. Boy, just can't catch a break. They need to make something happen on this turn, or else this ball's gonna get away from them. Ripper Bulgrot, only an MA of 4. Werewolf, MA of 8. I think the fastest they have on their team is MA 6 on these linemen. Two-die blitz on the ball carrier. Gets the knockdown. Breaks armor. Gets a stun out of it. Ball's going to bounce back to the Discomancer's own 2-yard line. And now a dodge off the line. Fails the dodge. Got the knockdown. Has to take risks. That's exactly what Cobblestorm's doing. But Nuffle just not being kind here. Turn 12 now for the Discomancers. Time drawing down. I could have sworn there was a sum function. I guess there isn't. Hands off to number 4. Number 4 could score on this turn. It's 2 rushes to do it. Oh boy. Fails the first one. Fails it again on Snake Eyes. Turn 13 for the Gunner Gets. They're down 2 touchdowns. They have just a quarter left. It's not looking good for them to get the... there's Ian in the picture-in-picture. So little time, and they need 3 touchdowns to advance. I'll have to look up what our highest scoring game was later. I don't know what function I need off the top of my head. This ball is so far away from where the Gitz need it to be. 2 rushes, takes the mark of the ball. Failed dodge, but gonna get fancy. Spends the dodge reroll, going for the foul. Fails the rush. That's another KO'd Goblin. They are running out of players. Turn 13 for the Discomancers. They're gonna try once more to get on the board here. I imagine it's gonna be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might be with the Wolf, but the frenzy follow-up is going to be a rush. There it is with the Wolf. Here's the first block, 2-die block. Doesn't work out. Has to spend the reroll. Got the POW here. Gets the knockdown. Now it's a 3+ pickup for the number 4 Ghoul Runner. Or it could be a rush if he wants the Werewolf to get the SPP. Ghoul Runner on the 3+ doesn't work out. No more rerolls remaining. The ball's going to bounce back to the 4. Turn 14 now for the Gunner Gitz. It's looking grim. They're down 2 touchdowns with 3 turns left. But let me tell you, if you ever wanted to know how to play Goblins, just watch Cobblestorm's games. Did a great job with this team, I think. Absolutely obliterated many teams in Division B, including my own. Two-die block over in the right wide zone. The Troll against Disco Stud gets a push out of this, but these Flesh Golems, not only are they strength 4, they have stand firm. That means they don't need to move on a push. Failed another dodge, but works out due to the free reroll with the dodge kill. Takes a mark on Pup Funkadelic. That's the upfield Wolf. 3-die blitz with Ripper. Only gets a push. I cannot believe it. So, if if we're keeping score, that was a 5+ pickup, no problem. That was a 3+ dodge. That's a problem. Turn 14 for the Discomancers. Oh man. 2 turns left in this ball game. Boy, it has been grim right from turn 1 for these Goblins. Cobblestorm has to be disappointed. Played such a great season with a team that's difficult to play, and then to come into this game and just, boy, it's been one thing after another. That's gonna do it. It's gonna be a 4-0 ball game here as Hilde War Machine scores another touchdown for the Discomancers. Very well done by Ian. Ian's just doing this for me. I know it. I know it, so I can watch the cheerleaders. I'm gonna have this cheer down pat. You watch. Bop. ba, ba. Look at that. The jig. Oh, man. Hey, the 2 KOs came back for the Gunner Gitz. Get out of here. Gunner Gitz to set up their offense yet again. They're going to get a reroll here from Nuffle. Thanks, Nuffle. Thanks a lot. Hooray, I guess. 10 on the defense. There's 7 on the line for the offense, 10 on the pitch. Turn 15 for the Goner Gitz. Fails the really stupid roll. I think it's the first failed really stupid roll by these trolls. I could be mistaken. 3-die block by the number 10 train troll here. Gets the pal. Looking for an 8+. Got it. Gets a stun. Three-plus pickup works out. Gets the ball in the hands of Gonna Get Good. Hands off to Gonna Get Fancy. Gonna Get's are going to try to get on the board here. Ripper Bolgrot to pass. 1 reroll. There it is. Has the reroll from Nuffle. Hey, he's just out of range though. And he's now marked. Oh, not gonna risk the rushes, it seems. Why not? I wonder why. A 2-die block against Mari's give. I think somehow, maybe the failed rushes in this game might have actually been 900%. 900%. Two-die block against the rookie zombie, Grave Robin Gibb. Gets a knockdown here, but no armor break. If the Gitz can get on the board here, yeah, 900%, man. I think if the Goner Gitz are able to get on the board on turn 16, I think this may very well be the highest scoring game we've ever had in the league. Here's the blitz on the ball carrier. 2-die blitz. That's a pal. 8+ breaks armor. No armor break. But well. Oh, man. Well, at least the Discomancers can't hand the ball off or pass it. I guess there's that. a minute 5 to go in the turn. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course it's gonna send number 6 down, bitch. It's gonna try to hold on to this ball and win it 5-1. We'll see if he can do it. But the Goner Gitz are going to get an opportunity to try to recover it on turn 16. Man. Oh, boy. These have to have been the shortest drives in the history of Blood Bowl. It's just wrong. So the Discomancer's taking a bunch of marks here. No rerolls for the Goblins. Just going to try to make them roll dice. Because Nuffle knows it's not been working out for the Gobos. Turn 16 for the Goner Gitz. Can they get one more touchdown out of this? The ball is currently in the hands of the Discomancers. All the way back on their own 20-yard line. To take a mark on the number 6 Werewolf. That's the scoring threat. You can see one rush away from scoring. 3-die blitz by the number 11 trained troll. Gets an armor break out of this, but no SPP. Yeah, it's just a sad day. The finger guns really got me though. Cobblestorm's finger guns. All right, gonna try to throw a goblin down pitch, didn't work out, but that's not a turnover. Trying to get somebody in on the assist on this inevitable blitz. Nope, not a blitz. So gets the second assist for the 2-die against Maurice Gibb. There it is. Gets double pals. Looking for a 9+ here to get 2 SPP on the number 13 lineman. There's the armor break, but doesn't get anything out of it. Two marks on the Wolf. 2-die block to end this turn here by Ripper Bolgrot, but just gets a push, which will stand firm. Turn 16 for the Discomancers. Can they finish this game 5-1? They have no rerolls remaining. Can't blitz with the Wolf. Here's the handoff. Hands off to the cool runner. It's going to be a pass to number 6. Failed the pass. That was a tough one to pull off. This game's going to end 4-1, and the Gunner Gitz are going to be eliminated in this competition. But boy, they had a great run. Cobblestorm did a fantastic job this in this competition, and you know what? Even though they're not advancing to the top 8 here in the Chaos Cup, there's we have 2 more open competitions in the season before the Invitational at the end, and if anybody can earn their spot, I mean, I think it's Cobblestorm. Again, Cobblestorm showed us what you can do with a Goblin team. You can be very successful. Really had an impressive run here in the Chaos Cup. Hope to see them back for the Spike Magazine trophy. Maybe they'll run their Goblin team. Maybe they run a different team. We'll see. But either way, again, really good run by Cobblestorm. Really tried to pull it out there. Even when all the dice went sour, was still putting in that effort and trying everything possible to try to come out ahead. Just didn't work out. Had a real good run, though, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Hey, Cobblestorm, the Gitz will be back next cop. I'm looking forward to it. Again, great job. Rough game, but really fun to watch all competition long. And so with that, that's what I was... Yeah, that's what I mentioned. That the Discomancers are going to leap up from 8th place to 3rd. Oh, man. They're going to bump the Gitz down into 4th place here in Division B. Oh, not so trusty Patches. Thank you very much for the sub. GG indeed. That was a very, very competitive game. A lot of fun to watch. The Discomancers advance into 3rd place here. That's not going to be enough to make the cut, but still great job by Ian. Again, 2 very good coaches. We saw Ian, like I mentioned earlier in the game, Ian, no stranger to stunties, took a halfling team to the Blood Bowl in Season 3, I think. So really understand these stunty teams, and plays a lot of different teams, plays tabletop as well, and is a great coach. So, yeah, but the Philosopher's Song's going to make the cut here, as will Conspicuous Disunion. They are all but guaranteed to make the cut. The Pipstars and Technobabble Inc. could pick up 12 points, but unless they win by 4 touchdowns, they're not going to dethrone Conspicuous Disunion. So those 2 teams are going to advance. Yeah, I just need to win 5-0. No problem. So those 2 teams are going to advance in Division C. We'll take a look at the standings, or at the schedule, before we leave for tonight. All right, coming up next, we have a game tomorrow, Saturday, April 12th at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4. That'll be the Gutterballs versus Painting Killers, El Nubarino versus Eric. That's a Division A matchup. Both of those coaches still in the running to make the cut, so that's a very important match. And then on Sunday, we'll have a doubleheader starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. First up, the Dinner Bell Darlings versus Odin and Snuffle. Doug the Minotaur versus... Actually, I think Eric's out. Eric's eliminated. So it's El Nubarino who still has a chance. But Dinner Bell Darlings versus Odin and Snuffle. Doug the Minotaur versus Clyface. Those two coaches very much have a chance. They are fighting for second place. The winner of that will remain in second place and make the cut. That's Dwarves versus Norse. And then immediately following that game at 9:30 p.m., we're going to have the Dream and Wish Foundation versus the Pipstars, Nick Satan versus Dead Fred. That's Halfling versus Lizards in Division B. Then on Tuesday, April 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we have Entanglements versus Nerds from Snokes Count, Con Kill versus War Horseman. That's Imperial Nobility versus Norse. Con Kill does have a chance, but it's going to depend on a whole bunch of things lining up in Division A. And after that, we have 3 more games to schedule in this final week of regulation. And after the cut to top 8, we have a bunch more games. And then we still have many more games this season. We have 2 more open competitions. Anybody can jump in the middle of the season and join us in that competition and in any of those competitions. Again, we had Venger one season who didn't participate in the Chaos Cup, didn't participate in the Spike Magazine Trophy, played in the Dungeon Bowl, and was able to qualify for the Blood Bowl. So our rules are set up in such a way that you can jump in and you've got a shot. So if you want to play with us, come hang out in our Discord. And there's a link for it right there. And just say, hey, Ava, I want to play next competition. What do I do? And I'll say, I'll put you on the list. And I'll let you know when signups start for the next competition. Probably a couple weeks from, or a few weeks from now, as we still have a few more games this week and a top 8 to get through. But that was a lot of fun. Again, I want to thank both Ian and Cobblestorm. This is the end of their run in the Chaos Cup. 2 great coaches, played great games. It was a lot of fun to watch them. I can't wait to see them again in the Spike Magazine Trophy and play them again. They've been great sports, great competitors. And like I said, in Blood Bowl, there's so much agency in this game that there's always surprises, right? You can always, somebody can add their own flavor to a team or build a team in a certain way. We saw Venger run a human team with 4 catchers. Like there's so much variety that in this game that it's just been so much fun to play. I mean, there's a reason why it's been played for decades. So anyway, that's enough for me. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, that's UTC -4. And until then, take care, folks, and enjoy the rest of your Friday evening.